We're talking about, of course, poll numbers showing the president leading in Ohio, Virginia, Florida, Colorado, Iowa, New Hampshire, all of these different battleground states. I would say to Democrats who are all excited, y'all might want to calm the hell down, settle down, and focus, because if you are rioting, my man Yank Uger on Current TV, he was like, the election is over. I'm going, no, it's not.
No, it's not, baby.
That would be in November.
Right.
Well, I mean, two things to keep in mind. Number one, Karl Rove, better than anybody, and many conservatives know how to steal an election better than anybody. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. They do.
You are right.
I mean, look at what, you've been talking about voter suppression. Now we've moved into, in some of the early voting states, it's voter intimidation. It's the True the Vote Tea Party people filming people as they go in to vote, asking them for their ID illegally. I mean, there's some very ugly stuff that's going on out there. The second thing is, I actually agree with conservatives that it's not that I think that the poll is biased to Democrats, but it's a snapshot. And you've got to always remember, a poll is a snapshot.
Right.
And the only poll that matters, like we all know to say, is the one on Election Day. So do not get overconfident.
I think if I use an example, I love that scene from Remember the Titans when the assistant coach tells Herman Boone, played by Denzel, Herman, leave no doubt. That should be Democrats' rallying cry.
That's right.
Forget a poll saying you're up 2, 3, 4, even 7 points. They should be saying, throw that crap out of the window and leave no doubt. And that means you kick folks as hard as you can when it comes to driving your base vote.
Yeah. I talked to someone at the White House yesterday, and they said they like where they are. And I think that's probably a fair position to take. But I didn't get the sense that there was a cockiness either, like that it was over. So I think that it's interesting, whether you're talking to campaign folks or folks at the White House or whatever, that, I think they realize this ain't over yet.
But you have to send that message in terms to your surrogates. Because the last thing you want are the folks who are out there communicating your message, giving off that impression, because you then might have people say, hey, I don't need to worry about going out to vote. We got this.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It is that level of overconfidence. I mean, we're hearing at our campus a lot of young students saying, I don't need to vote because we know what's going to happen.
Really? But then again, you do teach in D.C. So it ain't like you got a chance of losing D.C. Just saying.
Roland, I was talking to one big city mayor, and I don't want to give away who it was, but where the black vote would be very important. And this mayor had a concern that same kind of attitude was filtering, that they were like, I just don't see the enthusiasm that I saw in 2008, and that is a real issue, I think, particularly in the Commonwealth of Virginia where I live, and where you've got to do well in Hampton Roads and Richmond and somewhere where African-American populations are large. There's not the enthusiasm.
I mean, I disagree with that, because recent polls have actually shown Democratic enthusiasm growing, particularly post-convention. So I think it's not, and we've also done the untold story in terms of voter registration. But again, the point is, it's about turnout. You got to get people out to vote, and so continuing to communicate that message.
We're a month and change out, and the thing that I would expect them to remember is that for all these rosy poll numbers that they're seeing, they are actually a gaffe away. From seeing all of that thing flip. And we know that the president, for all of his reputation as Mr. Cool and Mr. Collected, he can step on his words from time to time. Don't cling to the people clinging to their guns and their God. He is capable of some of that same stuff. So.
Now, you talked about enthusiasm. One person who is doing his part to try to get folks to not lose enthusiasm is actor Samuel Jackson. Can you imagine if Shaft shows up in your bedroom? Check this out.
Sorry, my friend, but there's no time to snore. An out-of-touch millionaires just declared war. On schools, the environment, unions, fair pay. We're all on our own if Romney has his way. And he's against safety nets. If you fall, it's tough luck. So I strongly suggest that you wake the f*** up.
I mean,
so much for overconfidence. So much for overconfidence.
I want. It's like a 4-minute ad, and I'm telling you, I was cracking up laughing. Even if you are a hardcore Republican, you gotta say that's fun.
That's funny. That's fun.
And it's direct.
Clint Eastwood on line 2.
Wow, that was a mess. That's great.
But that's the kind of political communication, frankly, I think most people would appreciate more of.
Right.
Just say it. Don't spin me. I don't want pretty pictures and nice music and soft voices. Just tell me.
Come in my bedroom looking like Sam Jackson and let me
Well, and again, when you actually watch the whole deal, I think the website is WTFU2012. Is that what it is, Jay? Okay, is it .com or .org? All right, so anyway, we'll have it on the screen in a second, the actual website. But so you had this little girl in the video, and she ends it the same way. This little girl. And people out there going, oh, my God, the language. But the reality is he's cut to the chase. So I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It's funny. So conservatives, even y'all can laugh at that. All right? Leonard, Karen, Sophia.